Hi everyone, my name is Isabella Oseguera, and today we'll be reviewing week 3, blurring the boundaries and flipping the classroom model. Moving on, this is our agenda for today. So first I will focus on what is a flipped classroom, and then I will be giving a summary of this week's lectures and readings and also my thoughts. Okay, so first we're going to be talking about the reading. So, one of the main things I found in the reading was a lot of positive benefits and mainly the outline of this model. First, an increase in collaboration was talked about widely. I mean, even in the article that we read about the Sandpine principal, Scott Atkins, like how she was talking about it, and in the schools in Florida, but also in the research article that gives you the outline of what a flipped classroom would look like, but also giving examples of how collaboration is being increased. Also, how there's more time for questions and one on one help for the students, and student engagement is always being increased because at this point, like, the kids aren't forced to listen through the whole lecture while in class and not having enough time to ask questions, but they're able to have their questions already ready when they come to class, and it also adds to the student engagement of students being able to ask each other questions but also the professors. So here I also added in the flipped classroom combination by the guest lecturer Weenling Hay. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And what he said was that it's online education and active learning. I felt to add this to the reading because it went well with the picture I have at the top on the left of the figure one showing a flipped classroom, because I feel it's super important that you have both of these in order to combine and make an actual flipped classroom work. I think also in the second table, table one, restricted definition of the flipped classroom, I feel it helps show kind of what a flipped classroom actually looks like. And I really like the table two on the bottom of it when it says, like, inside the class, the traditional class is just question and answers, and in a flipped class is group based, open ended problem solving. Because I feel a student really needs that, and able to help them grow and learn. Moving on, I will be discussing the lectures, not just the lectures that Professor Wu made, but also the videos. I found that the main point and theme across all of these was that extra time is crucial. Like, this time in classroom is so valuable for the students because everyone is able to benefit equally from these programs, which I found out through the special lecture. Also, there's a higher engagement of students as backed up by the reading, and also improved accessibility, which I find to be kind of ironic because in one of the videos talking about the high schools, it's saying how this can be a disparity because not all have access to the materials needed for a fifth classroom. Like, some do not have computers, some do not have internet. But when people do have this, it helps them have access to the actual material at all times. Like, for example, the lectures, they're able to rewatch them and rewatch them until they feel that they understand. And are able to engage with that material more than once while they're in class. I feel like another big point was about the flip classroom combination is that for your online education, it needs to be high quality, because if it's not high quality, it's like saying you're going to have a terrible lecture online and then expect students to understand anything, which isn't going to benefit them. You need to have a high quality lecture that helps the student learn. Moving on, I have like this little diagram in which sums up what I'm thinking and what I summarized for it. So, from the student and the teacher's perspective, so for the flipped classroom model to work at home, students need to watch the lectures or the teaching material and need to be compliant and self disciplined. If they do not do the actual read the lectures or the quizzes at home or the practice, they're not going to be able to actually participate in class effectively when they need to engage in the questions. So in class, students need to be engaged in the classroom worksheets or practice material and engage with questions and with their peers. Next is for teachers at home. They need to create online lectures or videos or digital pre-class instruction, and it has to be a reasonable length, clear and concise, and maybe even have like some like interactive features during the lesson to help keep students accountable for doing the work. And in class, they need to have provide practice assignments, group work, and always allowing open lines of communication for anything that a student didn't understand, they're able to ask in class. And I think it's also super important from the teacher perspective that they have work that is able to meet their needs. Thank you for listening. This is all.